this really bad habit of sitting on my legs when I film, because if I don't, I'm just like a little too short and I feel like I just need to be like right about here. So I finally made my 2020 vision board. Thank goodness, because I got really sick after Christmas. It just happens with me. And I wasn't really able to muster up the energy to create and put together my vision board for the year. However, I did have all of the things cut out that I wanted, and then I also started to make a list of resolutions that I wanted to achieve as well. So when I made the vision board, I knew it wasn't going to be as specific. It was just going to be things that I wanted to maintain throughout the year to help me achieve those resolutions. And as I've said in previous videos, it is based on a Feng Shui method that a friend of mine, Brigley, taught me. So I'm very excited. I did try to follow it as closely as I could. I'll probably show you some pictures afterwards. And then again, if you made a vision board, please post it and tag me in it. If you don't want to post it, just send it to me. I would love to see what your goals are for the year and how you went about making it, because everybody has kind of their own little different artistic tweak that they like to do to it. So without further ado, I'll get to the vision board. I'm just actually gonna bring it up from behind where I am. And we're just gonna kind of do it this style, I guess, which is what I did in my last video. I might just put up a picture when things get closer to speaking about it. So to start, what I did is I started up in the left-hand corner, and this is your wealth and blessings. So to me, I want to have my own place one day, hopefully with my boyfriend. And this is just very like calm, clean, simple. Like that's very typical of what we would want. And then some of the smaller pictures include a loft, which is something that Carlos and I always dream and visualize, of having a loft together with 2 dogs. There's a picture of an Audi steering wheel. I don't know if I'll get an Audi this year, but it just shows that that is like my dream car brand, and that if I could get an Audi one day, that would be fantastic, even if it's not this year. And then the quote here says, I say to people, it doesn't matter where you are, it's where you end up. And so again, that just goes to show that my wealth and blessings are not determined by where I'm at right now, but where I could be in the future. Moving on to the next portion, which is like this, it would be like this area of the quadrant. It is fame and reputation. And so I have some pictures of some very inspirational women to me. There's Olivia Culpo. She's an international model and a former Miss Universe. That's Jessica Alba, of course, a famous actress, and Lily Aldridge, who is a Victoria's Secret model. And again, they all do modeling in some capacity. Just women that inspire me in their respective fields, and when you look at them, you just know who they are. So I can see that for myself one day. At the top, it says, congratulations to the world's best, which I think is so motivational. Some other words I cut out were the words magazine and queen, which I super love it. Another one that I cut out, but it just kind of went more over here, was what it feels like to win gold for my country. And whether that's a gold medal in some way or it's an international title for Canada, I can see me achieving that at some point. Moving on to the next quadrant, this is love and partnerships. So what I have here are some pictures of a couple that are clearly on some sort of weekend getaway, or they're on vacation. And when Carlos and I were dating for about a year, we would take these like weekend trips. We went to Ottawa, we went to Frankenmuth, and we still talk about those because they were just so fun and spontaneous, and we had so many memories built up in those weekends that it was just very genuine. It was like a little vacation getaway. So we want to take a couple more, hopefully throughout this year, rather than just one big trip, to maintain like our travels and our memories and our connection together. And then another one that I had relating to that, you can see, I'll go on this side, is this guy who's probably my favorite. Oh my gosh, he's just so cute. I don't know if you think so, and that's okay, but I love Frenchies. And then over here, there's a Frenchie and a pug together, and a pug made it down here. And just because I love those kinds of dogs, and I feel like 2019 was the year of petting dogs, and I just want to keep maintaining that. I want to have more pugs and Frenchies come into my life that I can pet, hug. Maybe I'll like go dog sit for someone who owns one day. I don't know. I'm not ready to own a dog just yet, but one day I will. And again, how can you not smile when you see like the dog that you like smiling? So that just makes me really happy to see. Now, if we go down to this quadrant here, and again, I can post the picture of how the quadrants are separated again, so you remember, it's supposed to be creativity, creating new ideas, and children. So I'm not quite ready for children yet. However, dogs can be children, so that's kind of in the same area. I have your spontaneity is showing, and that's kind of the only one I have for this section, just because I really do want my ideas to be more spontaneous and bigger and better and international. Those are just some words that I wanted to put on there. I just wasn't able to really find pictures and magazines that I wanted to add there. So I just kind of put something that resonated with me, which is your spontaneity is showing. And I already have other things, big ideas that I'm doing and have in the plans. So I'm not too concerned about that. That's just, again, this is just a guideline. It's not like the be all end all. And then if I were to go to the next quadrant, which I'm realizing I probably should have started with, but that's okay, we're already into this. It's the middle, which is your health and well-being. And because this should be at the center of your life, it should be your top priority no matter where you're at, what your goals are, your health and well-being. So I actually have the picture of the sky, which is very relaxing and therapeutic to me. And I have my initials, MG. At the bottom, it says Escape to Fitness, which just happened to be with the picture. And some of the pictures around it are wake up at 6 a.m. That is like my ideal time to wake up at. So I put a picture of that. A couple of girls with some nice ripped abs that I'd like to hopefully maintain throughout the year. I have the word marathon. I run because I'd like to run a marathon this year. Last year I ran a half marathon, so this year would be a full. You know, as long as everything time-wise goes according to plan. I have those. Oh, and then this quote here, find a place where happiness is not a feeling, it's a way of life. I do feel like that is something I maintain on the daily. Again, just having a quote there to reinforce it is very, very calming. And then again, some filler things are a girl doing squats. We have some food here. There's some weights and dumbbells, just everything around like my physical health and wellness. So then moving over to this quadrant. So I'm actually missing a quadrant that's supposed to be friends and family. I didn't really add anything about that, which is bad on my part because I do want to continue to maintain the friendships and relationships with my friends and family. I just didn't add them on my vision board. So sorry guys, but you're all up in here. I want to do well for me so we can all do well for each other. That's lame, but yeah, one thing I'm missing on here. So in the bottom left hand, or its bottom right hand, my bottom left quadrant is supposed to be your spirituality, your spiritual health, your gut intuition. So what this is just some things that relax me, are able to maintain my calmness, my mental health. Like that's kind of what I took it as. So I have someone who's doing yoga in a pretty intense position. Someone who just looks very calm and meditating, again, when your hands are in that position. There's another picture of meditation. This girl, I just love like the sun. She looks very calm and happy naturally. I love to spend time in the sun when it's nice outside. Some of the words I have are experience, healthy guru, focused, inspired by tranquility, which of course can happen when you're in a happy state, when you're meditating, something that I want to do more daily, that I didn't feel like I did as much last year. And then a quote is, if you're strong mentally, you can conquer any obstacle that comes your way. So just really, really inspirational things that, quotes that I don't normally say to myself that I read and I thought, wow, like that really inspired me. Moving on to the next quadrant, this is your career and your life hobbies. So I have the words be the boss and best speakers because those are two things that I am still doing and maintaining and hoping to grow throughout 2020. Being the boss of my own business, my own brand, and again, still speaking to groups via YouTube, social media, in schools, at conferences, different things. And there's someone who is presenting to a group of people, and then there's people having a meeting, very, very businessy. Love that. Going over to this next section, it is supposed to be your travel and helpers. I'm not too sure what helpers means, but I just put travel, and my ideal like travel vacation is somewhere tropical, so you can see all the palm trees that I have everywhere. And then in the smaller spots, you can see I have some pictures of, maybe you can't tell, that's one of them, and that's one of them. It's actually places in San Francisco because that is like one of my favorite cities in all of the United States that I travel to, and I would love, love, love to go back, whether it's this year, in the future. I just always think about it and it brings me to a happy place. And overall, just like the theme, I'll put it back because I guess I don't really need it. Oh, I'm sorry. So it's right when I wake up in the morning, that's where my bed faces. I can see it. going out of my room, I can take a look at it. I really wanted the colors to be like very bright and calming. I tried to stay away from a lot of like blacks and reds because to me, I don't know, I guess that just is like a negative, those are negative colors. That's kind of what you associate with them. So I tried to stay away from them a little bit, but that is just an idea of what my vision board looks like for 2020. I'm so happy with how it looks. I will say another kind of like artistic creative thing is that last year I went with what was it, rounded edges, whereas this year I decided to go with the straight edges, cutting all my pictures with a straight edge and not a rounded edge. And to me, it kind of fit together a little bit better. It looks less collagey and more just like a puzzle piece that all goes together when it's all put together correctly. So I'm really happy with it. I think it's definitely going to help me stay on track and manifest my goals, achieve my resolutions that I have written down. And like I said, if you made a vision board or if this helped you in any way, please let me know in the comments below, or you can send me your vision board or your vision ideas on Instagram. I'll have all my social media linked down below. That is it for this video. If you found this helpful and you want to create a vision board to achieve your ideal life, definitely go ahead and look at some of my previous vision board videos. I'll link them down below and you can take a look to see if they help you, if they give you some sort of motivation in any way. And if you want to see more videos on how to help you achieve your ideal life, just build your self-confidence, your self-worth, and your self-esteem, please subscribe to my channel because there'll be more videos coming in 2020. That is all. Thanks so much and have a great day.